He's one of the dopest engineers in the game. The head engineer exclusively for Prodigy of Mobb Deep. 10 Prodigy of Mobb Deep albums. The Hegelian Dialectic. The Book of Revelation.
It's a pleasure, man. That body of work is crazy. I mean,
Joe the engineer. Now we do this shit, nigga.
3:33. That's a sign from the heavens. Just look up in the heavens.
Yo, what the fuck is up, everybody? Yeah, it's Tuesday. Gray matter time. My fault. My fault on being late. I caught a hot streak on the golf course, and I could not let that go until it went dark and I had to walk off. It happens. So, while said hot streak was going on, I was not going to leave. Yeah, Midget Mike, what up, man? No, that's Caesar. That's my roommate's dog. The wolf is back here. So, as far as donations go, let me see if this will still go up. Yeah. If we're doing donations, we're sending them there to this GoFundMe. I don't want it going through YouTube, because we are currently raising money for one of our own members of the 333, or we are off and running. I have a feeling we're going to reach this goal in no time. So, yo, what the fuck is up, man? Preseason football. I did not watch any of it. I did watch some highlights. I left my motherfucking phone in the car, and I had to park like 5 blocks away, so I can't even hit Carrie, Nice, and Roger and let them know that I was running late. So this is all my fault. Oh, duties. So, yeah, what's going on? Midget Mike, what's been up, homie? Is it even politically correct to say that anymore? Well, is YouTube going to cancel me for saying that? Yo, it's hilarious because, like, every single Tuesday on Gray Matter, I'm dressed like this. I'm literally golf course straight to the lab to do this. Usually I get here in time and I can, like, set things up, but that did not happen today, man. Yo, Vegas. Yeah, Monday was a fun one. I appreciate it, homie. It was a fun one. It's always funny to catch me in a mood, because I tend to put together pretty good playlists when I'm in some odd mood. So, I don't know. Let me re-invite the gang and see if anybody's actually going to pop in today. This is all my fault if nobody popped. If we have no Gray Matter today, this is 100% my fault and my golf game. Yo, look at my eyes today. Ooh, it's just like match my headphones. Yo, so Vegas. Something hilarious happened today. Well, it's not funny at all. It actually really pissed me off, but, you know, whatever. So, I go to send you your 333 appreciation box today. And, mind you, it's like 12:40 this morning when I went there. The motherfucking post office was closed. I promise you, homie. This shit's gonna get there. Oh, I was so tight because it was so humid. This is New York. You walk everywhere. So, I had to walk like... And it wasn't... They weren't even blocks. They were avenues, which are long as fuck. So, I was super tight on the way back. Well, I will say, homie, they always say there's nothing like summer in New York, but I will tell you, I think they are mistaken. There is nothing like fall in New York. Hoodie weather in New York. You can, yeah, sure. Yeah, whatever you need to tell yourself, homie, if that makes you feel better. Did I get it or did I not get it? Yes. I mean, if you guys listen to any of the music that I work on and the things that I care about, you should already know the fucking answer. Like, seriously, people. I made this album with P, for Christ's sakes. Comrade, what up? Yeah, I think it's hilarious. All that. So, is there any preseason football going on right now? I have no idea. I think it's already over for the week. Yeah, mentioned Mike. That's kind of like, you know, why I do all this is, I made that album with P, so... I appreciate it, Obi. Well, I mean, New York looks cool in the winter from a distance. Not when you're walking around in all that black 7-Eleven slushy. Because the second that humanity touches the snow, it's over. It's over. It turns into wet, black, New York flavored slushy. And trust me, that is not a flavor that you want anything to do with. Man, looks like I might be flying solo tonight, and that usually means that I end this very, very quickly. Uh-oh, player cuts. Down to 85, the 24th, that is today, down to 80. And then next Tuesday, is down to the 53-man roster. That means 27 players that were on rosters today per team are going to lose their jobs this week coming up. Like 800 NFL players are about to lose their jobs. That should be cool. Habs incredible. Habs never not been dope on the beats, so I could rock with that. That shit sounds dope to me. Andrew, what up, Jeezy? Oh my God, so many NFL players lost their jobs today. Oh my God. It is what a cutthroat, brutal, absolutely brutal business. Still got green. I'm down at the end of it finally. This is all I got left of the green crack, so I should be getting something new this week, I imagine. I do know that the fall crop from our sponsor, Cushwick Farms, is coming in nicely. I am anticipating October, that is for sure. Well, Vegas depends on what I'm going through. If I'm at the covered in shadow, I'll smoke an ounce a day. I typically smoke 12 blunts, between 12 and 15 a day. So, that's like basically 7 grams a day. So, I don't know. 4 or 5 days. Yeah, mention Mike, it's fully legal. You can smoke everywhere. There are no rules. You can literally smoke anywhere you want to. Oh, shit. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Nice. What up, God?
What up, God?
Yo, I literally just started this like a half a blunt ago because I was on the goddamn golf course again.
Oh, okay.
It's Tuesdays, man. I go straight from the golf course straight to here and I play every single Tuesday like clockwork.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, I caught a hot streak out there nice towards the end, so I had to keep on going until the sun went down. So you know how it goes.
Yeah. It's only right.
Yeah, your boy caught a hot streak out there. Woo!
That's what's up. That's what's up.
What up, though,
right.
son? What up?
Everything good, man. Everything good. Feeling good. Everything is good, man.
Oh, don't even start with me. Look at the look on your face. I already know why you're smiling. Just say it. Just get it over with. Come on, just get it over with. I know you want to do it.
Put some respect on my man's name, man. Put some respect on his name, baby.
I'll put some preseason respect on his name.
Yeah. It's a good start. He's off to a good start, though.
He's got a live arm and he's got a good roster around him. So
yeah.
We'll see once the bodies start flying if he can adjust to the actual speed because they still haven't hit NFL speed yet.
Yeah. That's the only thing that I'm waiting to see, and I think he's gonna handle it, man, because they said he's a film junkie. Like they have to argue with him every day to go home. Like he will stay there and just be there till the lights out. Even coaches,
honestly
retired.
nice if you finally got one. Congratulations, because you see what happens if you don't have a real
Yeah.
quarterback.
Yeah,
You're
man.
stuck in mediocrity forever.
For years, man. For years, if they finally doing something like something positive, it's fun. And Elijah Moore is gonna be a monster
Yeah, you
too.
guys
Like,
haven't had a real quarterback since Chad Pennington.
yeah, since Chad Pennington.
That's
Yeah.
a long fucking time ago, dude.
Yeah, that's almost 20-some years.
And honestly, he wasn't even like an NFL like elite level quarterback. He was just like what Kirk Cousins is supposed to be.
Yeah. He was like a manager, game manager
Yeah.
type quarterback.
Especially after he
So
ripped his shoulder, he couldn't throw it downfield anyway.
yeah,
But
yeah,
nah, your boy looked alright. Your boy looked alright.
yeah.
We'll see.
I mean, as far as you know, as far as his talent, and one thing that really stood out to me, although it was preseason, he commanded the offense and he knew where to place the ball. Like that touchdown he threw to the tight end, he looked off. He actually made one of the safeties think he was going to go that way to Brad Smith, to Jason Smith, whatever the fuck that nigga name is. I don't even know who he is, but some Smith nigga. And he played it. He used his eyes and he looked off. He made two safeties actually go the wrong way before he put that ball exactly where he needed to put it for the tight end.
It's hilarious because those safeties are like rookie quarterback. He's not going to look nobody off, and as soon as he look, they just jump.
Exactly. So they just jump, figuring like he's a rookie. He's gonna do that. You know what I'm saying?
Who's y'all's backup?
Our backup.
Yeah, who's you guys? Is there like a veteran?
We got Mike White and Josh Johnson.
Oh, you guys are just starting fresh out the gates. Then fuck it, it's Zach Wilson's team.
Yeah, it's his team, man. You know, they LaFleur believes in him a lot. You know what I'm saying? And LaFleur, you know, that bloodline of the LaFleur family, that they know how to make a quarterback, even if a quarterback is not the best. Like how they took Garoppolo and took him to the Super Bowl. Garoppolo would have never made it to the Super Bowl if it wasn't for the system that he was in.
Well,
You know
I
what
want
I'm
to
saying?
see if Zach Wilson pulls a Kobe. So Zach Wilson was talking to Aaron Rodgers before the game.
Yeah.
And
Aaron.
I'm hoping that Aaron did what Mike did, because Mike said, yo, call me anytime, not thinking. Because it's Mike. Like, when you say call me, like, people are like, man, I can't fucking call him whenever. Kobe didn't give a fuck. Mike was like, Kobe called me all the goddamn time. Like, all the time.
I think that's because after that joint practice with Green Bay, he came out looking way more like elite than he looked the first preseason game. The first preseason game, he looked good, but you could still see the decision making, the jitters. You could have seen it in him. You know what I'm saying? The second against Green Bay, it was effortless. It looked so effortless. It looked so fluid and smooth, like. And then his arm strength was so ridiculous, man. That throw he threw 35 yards across his body all the way over on the other side of the field to Davis was just crazy with both his legs in the air. He wasn't even on the ground.
No, I saw it on throw one. Literally throw one. I was like, all right, it comes out faster. You can tell there's so much velocity on the ball. I'm like, all right, this is cool. Well, one thing that you guys do have in your favor is Aaron Rodgers hates Jordan Love so much that he would rather show Zach Wilson all of his magic than his own fucking understudy.
Of course, and that's exactly what it looked like. That's what's going on. And you know the LaFleur brothers, you know, it's a family thing, so it's a lot of things coming from Green Bay to the Jets right now. It's a lot of under the table, under you know, phone calls, little discussions, little plays. Yo, do this, do that. So they'll be all right, man. They're gonna be all right. I feel bad for Trevor Lawrence though.
Well, I mean, this is what happens when you go with the worst team in the NFL.
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence he's gonna have a terrible. They just got to build around him, man. It's gonna take a while.
I mean, this is what happens when you're number one overall as a QB. How often?
Yeah.
I mean, Andrew Luck,
Yeah.
given his name because Peyton Manning got hurt and the Colts were terrible.
Yeah.
So they
Yeah.
get the number one pick and just happen into Andrew Luck. It's so rare for a number one pick to go to a team that's actually established already. And then Travis Etienne done for the year.
Yeah. Yeah.
So his
Yeah.
homeboy's out. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
going.
it's gonna be a tough one.
It's going to be rough, and you can see that it also looks like he's trying to like push too much. Like, I got to prove that I'm the guy, and it's not going to help with Zach Wilson playing well. Trey Lance is doing all right.
Mac Jones is gonna play well too. Very well.
Mac Jones is. I mean, it's just going to take
He's
one
he's
bad
in
game
the
from Cam.
He's actually in the best position right now, Mac Jones, because that team is already stacked. It's already laid out. It's already a playoff caliber team, and he's gonna. Right now, it's reports now that the Pats is frustrated with Cam because he got another COVID protocol nonsense to go through. So it's more looking like it's gonna be Mac Jones week one. It's looking like that.
So watching back in the pocket, he looks like Jimmy G.
But a better version
Yeah.
of Jimmy. Jimmy G, I don't like Jimmy G, man. Jimmy G is not my guy.
He's definitely not my guy either, but when he was healthy, he could really play, but he just can't. He never stays healthy, ever.
Yeah.
But nah, he reminded me of the way Jimmy G would sit in the pocket because his feet are
Yeah.
so calm. He doesn't move.
Yeah.
He's not jittery at all.
Yeah, and that's one of the main things you have to be, especially as a rookie. You can't have the jitters. You know what I'm saying? You got the jitters. This is over. Nothing you're gonna do is gonna be done right.
Well, I mean, Justin Timberlake Herbert, he kind of set the bar so high for what rookies are expected to kind of be able to achieve right now.
Exactly. He yeah, man, he definitely put on a show.
Well, you know who
Sure.
looked really, really good. It has looked really good, and I kind of knew it was going to happen. Yo, famous Jameis is absolutely fucking balling.
I mean, you know how the sport is. He always had the talent. He just never put it together mentally.
He was blind.
Yeah.
He was blind, son. He got LASIK surgery. He could see for the first time ever.
Yep.
Yo, those 2 touchdowns that he had to Callaway were absolutely
my God.
flawless.
Oh my God.
Both of them were put in the exact spot that they needed to be.
Exact spot, and he never hesitated on either one of them.
Nope.
He slinged both of them.
So, and now you also have Sean Payton's offense around him.
Yeah. Yep.
So, Jameis might put up a lot of numbers this year.
Oh no, without a doubt. Jameis always put up numbers. He was just very careless with the ball.
So that's why I was looking at that Callaway kid, whoever that guy is.
Oh my God, that kid is going to be special.
He is going to
He's
have
gonna be special.
huge numbers because him and Jameis already have a rapport, and
Yeah,
Michael Thomas
yeah.
is fucking being an asshole right now. Emmanuel
Yeah,
Sanders is gone. This guy's going to get
Yeah.
all the targets.
Yeah, that Callaway kid is going to be a monster.
Yeah,
He's
no,
gonna be a monster, man.
I was impressed. Those 2 throws were absolutely
Yeah.
perfect.
Those 2 throws and those 2 catches, because he was under a lot of duress when he made both of them catches. One catch, the first one, he was tripped. He was falling and actually caught that shit.
The second one was
Forward.
even more impressive because he caught it one-handed
He
on
caught it with one hand on the shoulder.
the backside
You know what I'm
and
saying?
still got his feet in.
Yeah,
That was impressive.
that was impressive, man. Yeah.
Yo,
Yeah,
you gotta love the evolution of the sport itself. So, you get players like Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams and Jordy Nelson before him. And who else was it? Greg Jennings. And who was the other receiver? Donald Driver.
Oh, yes, Driver.
So basically, in Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers kind of, like, people were doing the back shoulder throw, but this guy comes in and like, makes it a thing. So now everybody does it.
Yeah.
Right? So you get Patrick Mahomes coming in and throwing off of every platform and doing all types of wild shit. Everybody's going to start doing it soon enough.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to love the evolution of the game, because that catch by Callaway, one-handed on his shoulder, and getting his feet down in the corner of the end zone. In the 90s, like, Chris Carter was the only person doing that.
Yeah. I mean...
Now, I don't even know Callaway's first name, and he just did that. So, like, these kids, they come into the league, like, ready to make SportsCenter plays. I love it. It's just like, nice. It's just like Steph Curry.
Yeah.
I mean, there were people shooting from 40 feet before then, but not like that.
Not like that, yeah.
And now, now everybody's, like, you got people pulling up from 40 all the time like it's nothing. Dame Lillard's shooting from 60.
Yeah.
James Harden's stepping back to 40 all the time like it's nothing. It's the evolution of the game.
Yeah. And Callaway, man, that catch with him with two bodies on him.
Impressive. Both of them were impressive.
And he's falling. And it's two bodies on his back. And I really thought he dropped it. I didn't even know that he caught it.
Well, what impresses me is those are contested catches. So in the NFL, the majority of your passes thrown to you, the defense is going to be right there.
Yep.
So, and
it was the first team defense too.
Yeah.
It was Shaquille Griffin on him.
Yeah, no, that was impressive. It was impressive. I was thoroughly impressed. I didn't get to watch a whole lot of highlights, but I did get to see those ones.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that right there, if there should be no question. Jameis Winston's the starting quarterback, and you got to keep Taysom Hill as a gadget player. You can't put him at starter. He looked terrible.
Yeah, he's not a quarterback, man. Like you said, he's just a gadget player. Come in for a couple of plays.
I mean, I can understand why you would want to be labeled as a quarterback is because of the money.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
But he's like Cordell Stewart and like Randall L. just stayed at wide receiver and Hines Ward just stayed at wide receiver. Edelman came in and just stayed at wide receiver. Terrell Pryor stayed at wide receiver. There's a lot of quarterbacks that switched to wide receiver at the NFL, like a bunch.
Of course. And I think that's what he needs to do at some point.
I mean, he just needs to be what he is. Like, there's no answer for you. You can do everything. Just do that.
Yeah.
You're the only one in the NFL who does this. Why wouldn't you want to be that guy?
Yeah. I mean, you've been doing it. Why change it? Why change it now?
I mean, wouldn't you want to be successful at one position instead of being unsuccessful at? As a football player, if they tell me, listen, you're going to start as a gadget player, you're going to be all over the field, but if you're a quarterback, you're going to be the third string quarterback.
Yeah, which one are you going to choose?
I want to go play football. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
See, this is a mistake that Tim Tebow made with his career.
Yeah.
How you going to try to play tight end at 34 years old?
That was terrible at it.
You should have been doing that at 24.
Right. Missing tackles, couldn't block nobody.
Oh, see, when that footage came out of him blocking or not blocking, it was over. There was no way they could keep him on the roster. Yeah. Absolutely no way. It wasn't. He looks like somebody was getting a Make-A-Wish thing, and they got to go play in an NFL game, and the defender didn't know that it was a Make-A-Wish guy. And he just kind of like, oh, shit, fuck. You know, so, yeah, he looked terrible. Yo, so today, nice, is cut down day. They go down to 80 players today.
Yeah, I know.
So there's a lot of people lost their jobs today. They'll never see the NFL again because next year they'll have a whole new crop of undrafted free agents that they'll just fill for camp. The Washington football team, I do see that they just let Steve Sims go also. And yeah, that's kind of. I thought Sims was all right last year.
Yeah, probably some in-house, probably a locker room, probably.
Yeah, it has to be because he didn't even make it. I mean, he didn't even make it to the 80-man roster. He got cut in the second to last cut. I wonder. That's interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Yeah, because he was playing all right last year, and they got Fitzmagic now, and he'll throw it to anybody.
Oh yes, you know Fitz gonna go crazy, man. He's gonna throw that rock. He's definitely gonna sling that rock. He doesn't care. He's gonna throw that wherever he needs to throw it.
Damn, it's crazy. You see all of these. I'm just looking at all these players. I ain't never heard of almost all of them, and we never will hear from them again.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, the NFL is tough, man.
Yeah.
It's tough. It's not an easy sport, man.
Damn, Prince of Mukamara just got cut by the Saints. This guy's been.
Oh man, yeah, it's over for him. It's over.
It has to be. He can't get any more chances.
Yeah, he got way too many chances, and he continues to get cut.
Yo, it's interesting though that the Cardinals cut Ito Smith because he played well last year.
Mm-hmm.
Now I don't know who else they have in their back. Didn't they get James Conner?
Yeah.
Yeah, James Conner is definitely a better Ito Smith than Ito Smith. So.
Yeah, that's why that happened. But it's never you can't never have enough good players, man. People get hurt so much in the NFL, man. It's crazy.
Oh no! Well, I mean that's why they expanded the practice squad roster to 10 players or whatever it is. Which, and they have the 6-week injured reserve.
Injured reserve, yeah.
Which is awesome. They should just keep that one. So the Rosen one gets cut from the 49ers. He should never see an NFL field again.
Who, Josh Rosen?
Yeah.
He's with he got the Falcons picked him up now.
Why?
Because AJ McCarron is out for the season.
You're right. See, that's what happens, people. Injuries happen, and then someone like the Rosen one who has no business being in the NFL whatsoever.
The Rosen one.
he's the Rosen one. Josh is Rosen. He sucks, though.
He sucks. He just finds a way to always be on the team, man. And it's going to be like that for a couple more years. He's just going to bounce around, man.
Well, honestly, Dice, I think like Atlanta might be the last possibility for him because he is kind of exactly like a terrible Matt Ryan.
Yeah.
He's built just like him. His mechanics are exactly the same in the pocket.
Exactly the same. Everything.
He's got this exact same arm strength and whatnot, so it's plug and play. I get it. But other than Atlanta and hoping that Matt Ryan doesn't get hurt, you just have a bad Matt Ryan clone as a backup to spell him. This got to be it. This guy can't.
Yeah.
Shit is incredible. Like, I should get a shot at it quarterback before he gets one again.
Word. Because he's terrible, man. I mean, it's just like Josh Johnson. I don't know why we even have Josh Johnson on our team right now. He's terrible too, man.
Yeah, I'm looking at your guys' cuts, and I don't know. I've never heard of any of these players ever.
Oh yeah. You won't. They completely suck.
So it's like like the Patriots, you kind of have to look at who they cut because they'll take a flyer on everyone. They will kick the tires on every single veteran who's ever played in the NFL.
Word. And right now we're in need of a little edge rushing situation, man. So we need to look. The Jets need to look around for an edge rusher right now.
So who's left? Who's out there? There's got to be some free agents who haven't been picked up yet.
Not really. Not anyone that's good that's left. We just gotta hope. Just gotta hope that it's we catch somebody off a cut, or we gonna have to trade for somebody. And that's the thing. We really ain't got nothing, no asset to really trade. At this point in time. So it's kind of tough.
Well, the other thing that we have to factor in again this season is the Roni. There are going to get players who test positive who are going to have to go into protocols just like last year and miss weeks. And for fuck's sake, what team was it that played a whole game without a quarterback? Who was that?
Yeah, who did that? They played with like a kicker or something.
That was the wide receiver that played. That played quarterback in college as a freshman.
Yeah, I forgot who that was. I forgot what team. Was it the Bengals? I think it was the Bengals, wasn't it?
It might have been the Texans.
Okay. I can't remember exactly who did that, but yeah, somebody.
It happened. It happened last year.
Yeah.
Oh, it was bad, too. That's what happens when you don't have a NFL quarterback. So imagine, see, this is why I'm always like, if you don't have a real quarterback, I will not even pay attention to your team. I don't give a fuck. I do not give a fuck. I'm such a I'm such a quarterback snob. I always have been. It's like once you finally have one, it's just like, all right, we can start taking you serious now.
Yeah, I mean, quarterbacks pretty much wins. Quarterback wins games, man. Quarterback elevates teams. It's the most important position on the field.
It's just the leadership aspect.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, come on. It's like if it's crunch time, the guy has the ball in his hands every fucking play.
Yeah, he's the leader of the ship. He's the captain of the ship.
All right, so let's see what's going on. Travis Etienne is done with a Liz Frank's injury, which means, and it says a serious one, he might have problems with that for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
That's not a good one.
That's not a good one to get.
Nope.
He's never gonna be elite. I know that.
I wonder if he regrets staying in college an extra year.
Probably now, yeah.
Well, the thing with an injury is he's still going to get his money, regardless. But his career will never be the same.
Yeah,
especially the things that he did, he can't have that injury.
Yeah. He's not going to be elite. He's just going to be a regular back.
What he should do now, since he stayed in college to work on his hands so much, is move into the slot. Yeah, move into the slot.
Yeah. Become a receiver.
Just turn yourself into Percy Harvin.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, that's the only way it's going to work.
Let's see. Well, Vinny Curry is on the non-football injury list for you guys.
Yeah. He'll be back by week 2.
Yeah,
so he'll miss the first game.
Yeah, that non-football injury thing is usually just to like move somebody so that you don't move them to a practice squad so somebody else can grab them.
Yeah. He's they said he'll be ready by week 2.
Yeah, Micah Becton left practice today after a head-on-head collision, but he'll be fine.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
The only thing you have to worry about with like somebody catching a concussion this early is how susceptible are they to catch another one, say like week 4. If they catch a one early, then they might catch another one at the end of the year. They'll be done.
Yeah.
So, especially with linemen, because they're taking head-on collisions every single play.
Yeah. We see. Hopefully, he'll be fine though. He should be fine. Elijah Moore's back. Elijah Vera Tucker is back. So we getting back our team piece by piece. No.
So the Bucks kicker who was vaccinated tested positive for the roadie. Hilarious.
Mm-hmm. I know Brady going curse him out.
What?
Something serious. Something serious. Brady don't play that, man. He strives on perfection and winning. He's obsessed.
So we do have a couple of notable injuries. This sucks. So Michael Kendricks is on injured reserve for the Niners.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's a pretty notable win.
Wow.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, it just happened. I don't know what if it's going to be the 6-week win or what. I'll look it up right now to see what his injury actually was. But that sucks.
Yeah, that super sucks.
They're not even saying what his injury was, but yeah, they just got him from Seattle, so.
Mm-hmm.
The 49ers, there's me and Kerry used to talk about, we thought there was something wrong with their trading staff because they get so many fucking injuries there.
Yeah.
Like a lot, dude. They get a lot, and they're big injuries.
Yeah.
So Darren Lee, the linebacker for the Raiders, also on injured reserve.
He's a bum anyway.
Yeah, I know, but it's we know his name.
Yeah. He was a big letdown, man. He was supposed to actually be a really good linebacker, man, and he became, I don't know what happened, man. The game just never clicked with him mentally, man, because physically he's there. He's quick.
Yeah,
He's strong.
Sometimes the shit just doesn't work out, man. So Robbie Anderson got a 2-year, $30 million deal for the Panthers.
Oh yeah, I knew that was coming.
Good for him.
That's their top receiver.
Well,
now.
Good for him because he worked his way into that contract.
Yeah, man. He was actually undrafted.
Yeah, he worked his way.
Wasn't looked at until like the second Jets preseason game, second or third. It was 2 preseason games in a row back to back. He went for like 200 yards receiving.
So, the Falcons had Blake Bortles in for a workout before they signed the Rosen one. So, what's that say about Blake Bortles right now?
Oh yeah, Blake Bortles is finished. He's finished. It's complete garbage. He never was good. Terrible.
Yeah.
And if Josh Rosen, they prefer picking him over you, then you're really terrible.
So, Geno Atkins. See, this is what I wanted to know is what free agents are out there still. So, Geno Atkins just visited the Seahawks, so you guys could have picked him up. He's floating around out there.
Oh, yeah. I don't understand why we did if he was floating around out there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I know there's some big name free, like, veterans that might cost too much money that are just waiting for injuries and shit to happen. And I just forgot about him because I remember I forgot that Cincinnati had cut him. So that's a stud that's just kind of floating around, but he probably wants too much fucking money.
Yeah, that's what it is. Cause I know Joe, Mighty Joe D is not paying that bucks. He don't care who he was. He's not giving you a big. He's not giving out big salaries like that. He'll give out like 1 or 2. That's about it.
So many people getting cut, man. So funny thing happened. The Raiders reached out to the Bears and tried to trade for Khalil Mack.
Oh.
The Bears actually laughed. The report is the Bears actually laughed at them. Like, actually just laughed at them on the phone and hung up.
Yeah, because that's very retarded. Like, why would you think that would even happen? Like,
well, first of all, you already got rid of him. And now you're trying to get him back, and he's an absolute stud, so nobody's going to trade him.
No.
The Raiders are terrible.
Yeah,
the Raiders have been a mess ever since Gruden took over, dude.
Yeah, they're like really confused. Like they're like it's just a whole heap of players. It's just a bunch of players. It's like no kind of like order.
Yeah, there's no continuity. Nobody's clearly in charge. What the fuck is Mike Mayock doing over there? Who knows?
Who knows?
So, they just released the finalists for. These are just the senior finalists. Cliff Branch finally getting on a list, and he'll finally get into the Hall of Fame because he's on the senior list now.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they have the senior list so that players that probably should have gotten in that don't get in for some goddamn reason.
Yep.
Dick Vermeil too. Imagine that you win a Super Bowl and as a coach they pretty much just put you in the Hall of Fame.
Of course.
Like his quote after getting the call that he's a finalist said, "I am overwhelmed. I'm not sure I even belong here."
Yeah, because it's like
he just won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, it's Super Bowl. Winning a Super Bowl is not easy at all.
Well, it's not. So nice. You got to remember that was the greatest show on turf, right? And that was essentially Mike Martz's team.
Yeah.
It's just Vermeil was like the general manager on the field.
Yeah.
But hey, it's going to get him into a goddamn Hall of Fame.
Yeah, man, it's definitely not easy to win the ball. That's why you gotta give Tom his respect utmost, because it's not easy. Getting one is impossible. Hard.
Yeah, what he's done is just otherworldly.
We're never gonna see that again.
I still think it's the most hilarious shit is everybody who has known me for about 15 years, like you and Carrie and everyone, has known that I've been saying that he's the GOAT since the day I met you guys.
Yeah.
That's one of the first things I tell you like football? Yeah, Tom Brady's the greatest quarterback ever. Everyone's always like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy?
Mm-hmm.
No, just give it time. You guys will see in time. I know what I see. That's what I'm saying. I know it's like when you hear a beat. You're listening to beats. I'm one of those people. I know it instantly, whether it's a keeper. Nope, keep it moving.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know it.
Like I knew it. I just never wanted to admit it, but I knew it. I knew it. I mean, it's time, man.
You just see it. I just saw it so early. I was just like, and then I lived in Boston for 3 Super Bowls, so. Weekly radio shows on Nested Radio, Patriots, behind the Patriots, all the practice footage, everything. I'm just like, all the stories they kept telling about him. I was just like, this is like the best quarterback ever.
Yeah,
and it was never what he did on the field. It's all the shit he does as a leader. I was like, this would be the best quarter. This is what you want.
Yeah, I mean, even when he first took over the team, and the way he was playing, he played like he was a veteran already. Like nothing rattled him. His decision making was so quick. It was like he knew exactly.
Well, see, that's what was so impressive about Herbert last year is he didn't get rattled at all. Everyone thought there was a big question: is can he? He didn't look like he liked football enough to want to be an NFL quarterback. And then it was just like, oh no, he's just cool. He's just calm and cool, man. He just doesn't get affected by this shit. So that's why I knew nice. I saw it on the first game. I was like, this guy, he's the truth. This is for real.
Yeah. I mean, I seen it from since the Oregon days. He just had a bad team around him, but he was still winning. That's how I knew he wasn't gonna be a flop. He was still winning with absolutely really nothing around him. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, also it's like Calvin Johnson at Georgia Tech. It's like if you're Justin Herbert, why did you go to Oregon? Because that's where like they run like the option and speed plays and shit like that. So the other thing that happened in sports, Manny Pacquiao, it's done. It's over for him, man.
Yeah. It's finished. He's completely over. Forget about it.
So, okay, it's never easy to fight a last-minute replacement because you've been training for somebody else's style the entire time. All of your sparring partners they fight just like Spence, right? Supposedly. So I know that's difficult, but yo, that guy beat the shit out of him, yo.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He beat. I mean, it's over, man. I mean, it comes a time where everybody in sports, it gets to that time.
Yeah,
Some
go be the
people-
president of the Philippines, man. Go do other shit, win Grammys and shit. You don't have to do this no more.
Right.
So the thing is, yo, how badly would Errol Spence have beaten him?
Oh my God. Yeah, he would have beat the living hell out of him, man.
It would have been really bad. You would end up feeling bad for Pacquiao, like, oh man, this is bad.
Yeah, it would have been bad, man. It would have been bad.
It was funny because he said he wanted to fight Spence, and then after Spence, he wanted to fight Crawford. I'm just like, Jesus, this guy.
Yeah, oh my God. You were setting yourself up to you trying to, that's suicide.
Yeah, Crawford might have killed him, but like.
Yeah, Crawford is no joke.
So, I mean, without Spence having to beat Pacquiao, now one of them is going to have to beat Ugas.
Yeah.
It'll probably end up being Spence will probably have to fight him whenever he comes back, because if you're Spence, you don't want to fight Crawford your first fight back.
Yeah.
Especially
Yeah.
with a detached retina, because Spence might never fight again.
Yeah.
Like, nice, honestly, like, we know, like, you're a professional boxer at the highest level. If this is a title fight and I might make $70 million if I win, I am hitting you in that fucking eyeball all night long.
Night long. Yeah.
I'm never stopping. I'm headbutting you. I'm hitting. I'm never stopping. I'll apologize the entire time. Like, hey, man, you know what this is. You shouldn't have got in here.
Shouldn't have got in again. Yeah, man. It's a real tough injury.
It's tough, especially because it can detach again so easily. And then, you know, there have been boxers way in the past who have just gotten the eye removed so they can continue boxing. But then you lose your depth perception and you can only see on one side. So,
of course.
We'll see. I mean, he's such a good fighter, man. I hate to see this injury happen.
Yeah.
Because it's like, this is the one injury you can't really fuck with this. It's like a neck injury in football.
Yeah.
That spinal compression in football, you're done.
Yeah.
It's done.
It's over.
It's over. Don't even attempt. Peyton Manning's the only one, and he had to retire and go do all this experimental shit that was illegal if he was still on a roster in Europe, and then come back and play, and he still played like shit.
Yeah, he still played terrible.
But, yeah, so it happened to Sterling Sharp. He was done. Michael Irvin, done. Done. That you get that compression, it's over for you. Because if it happens again, you might get paralyzed. So I hate to see.
Done.
Yeah, I hate to see that shit, man. I hate to see it. Cause everybody, it's like boxing's such a it sucks so much because rarely do you ever actually get to see the fight, like the biggest ever fights. Something always happens. There's always some promoter bullshit to where you'll never actually get to see until it's too late. Like we should have saw Manny Pacquiao and Mayweather like 4 years before it actually happened.
Yeah.
You know,
that'd have been great.
So something else that I did notice about NFL football, the Eagles' defense fucking sucks, dude.
Oh yeah.
Their secondary is terrible.
We completely torched them in practice today.
Oh, so you saw it? Yeah, they got torched in week 1. The Patriots put up 35 on them.
We torched them.
Yeah, you guys are going to flame them. So, not looking good for the Eagles. This is a pass-heavy league.
Yeah.
I know I will be looking in fantasy football. Whoever the Eagles are playing might be my quarterback.
Yep.
Dude, I'm telling you, I watched it. Their secondary sucks.
Yeah, they only got it's only their front line. They D line is good because Fletcher Cox is still there.
Yeah, but you know what happens? It's going to end up happening if you have such a terrible secondary. Is you're not what you,
3-step drop all day.
bang, 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 bang until the third and fourth quarter when that D line starts to get tired, and then you're just going to let
Yep.
them go.
Then you just let them go.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. That's pretty much what we did to them today. Pretty much 3-step drop them to death and then started letting it loose on them. And it was over. You know, yeah, man. But football is back. I'm happy about that, man.
I'm super excited about this shit. Finally.
It's finally here. It's exciting. Even the preseason games was exciting.
I mean,
I
you know,
pretty much all of them.
I haven't.
Yeah, I've seen pretty much all of them.
So I think
Pretty
I think what we're going to do for the regular season, since there's 4 of us, we'll each watch like 2 games, like actually pay attention to 2 games.
Yeah.
That way we can actually talk in depth.
Yeah.
At least somebody can talk in depth because there's just so many games, man. You can't really actually cover them all.
Yeah.
And I mean, you're going to watch the Jets no matter what.
Yeah, of course.
Carrie's going to watch the Giants no matter what.
No matter what, yeah.
I'm going to watch the Patriots and Tom Brady and the Bucks regardless.
No matter what. Yeah.
And the Chargers. Like it's these I'm watching the Chargers all season long.
Yeah.
So we'll do it like that. Roger Harper, I guess he'll be our roving assassin back there at strong safety because he's not really tied to one singular team at all, really. Well, the other team that's going to catch a lot of my attention is the fucking Browns.
Yeah. Browns is gonna be. They're gonna be a problem. The Browns, the Bills, also, is gonna be a problem.
Yeah, so I mean, let's look at this realistically. So the Browns, the reports out of camp are that Donovan Peoples-Jones is fucking balling.
Oh yeah, I mean, I've told people that he was nice. I seen him destroy in Michigan, man. He destroyed in Michigan. Him and Nico Collins is gonna be. Those were 2 Michigan dudes that people just could not stop.
Yeah,
and
so
I knew Jones was gonna be like that, man.
So now you look at Cleveland. You've got Odell's clearly your number 1.
Yep.
No matter where you put him, he's gonna attract the number 1 defender, and then you got Jarvis at your 2, right?
You got Peoples-Jones.
You also have Baker Mayfield's favorite 3rd down target. What's the other receiver? I keep wanting to say it's not T. Higgins. That's Cincinnati. So anyway, it'll come to me. They already have a number 3 who is a beast. Because in crunch time, Baker Mayfield always goes to him on 3rd down for some reason.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
So, and then you have Njoku and then the other tight end. And now you got Peoples-Jones, who's getting busy. And then you also have the best running back tandem in the fucking league.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's no reason why the Browns shouldn't have the best offense in football this year.
Yeah. I mean, it's no reason. They're a team like Super Bowl or bust at this point.
They are. So it's interesting. So when Indy got Peyton Manning, they built the defense around having Peyton Manning as your quarterback. They figured they're going to get up early, and then teams are going to have to throw on them, so they'll just have Robert Mathis and Dwight Freeney come off the edge. So they built it that way, right? So Cleveland could realistically score early on every single team. And then just run the ball with Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb and allow the defense to just tee off the entire time.
Yep.
So I'm looking like if Cleveland gets up on somebody, I don't think anybody's going to be able to come back and beat them. Like it would have to be like Tampa Bay, who has a good enough defense to like make turnovers happen and then possibly get points out of it. And then
Yep.
and then a good enough offense, like Tampa Bay's offense is so ridiculously loaded and they've been all together. So I mean, it's funny, like, Cleveland is Super Bowl or bust.
Yep.
Green Bay, Super Bowl or bust.
Yep.
Buffalo has to be at this point. They have to be gunning for the Super Bowl.
They are extremely loaded.
All right, so Tampa Bay is so loaded, it's undefeated season or bust. It's not even like, let's go win a Super Bowl. It's like, let's not lose any game this year. Kansas City also is Super Bowl or bust.
Yeah. The Ravens. Up there.
They're up there, but I wouldn't say, like, if the Ravens...
I wouldn't say Super Bowl or bust, but championship, AFC championship or bust for them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So if they make it to the AFC championship game, that's a step forward for them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You could say that about Cleveland too, but they're so loaded.
Nah, they're so loaded. It's Super Bowl or bust at this point.
Yeah, like if they don't make it, even if they make it to the AFC title game and they play Kansas City really well or Buffalo and they end up losing like 43-39 or something like that, it's still like nice. It's so rare to have a roster so fucking loaded. It's not going to be the same next year. I don't care. Tampa Bay did something that has never been done in the history of football.
Yeah.
But what you also have to think about, so Tampa Bay keeps all 22 starters and their coaching staff. They ain't keep all of their roster players and all the backups and everyone. There's a whole lot of turnover in there. So even then, it's impossible to get all 53 players back. So every single year is its own single unique experience. So Cleveland better understand that this is such a rare thing.
Very rare.
Nice, they are so loaded, it's retarded. Both sides of the ball, just stacked everywhere.
Yeah.
You're not going to be able to afford that past this year. Baker Mayfield's going to be off his rookie deal soon. You're going to have to pay him a lot of money.
Yeah.
And then I imagine that one of Kareem Hunt or Nick Chubb is going to end up going somewhere else too.
Mm-hmm.
So this is it. You might only have one shot at this.
Yeah. Got one shot at it, man. I mean, and they supposed to get it good, man. It's supposed to happen.
Word. So roster goes from 80 down to 53 in a week. 27 players per team losing their jobs. So I imagine that week 3 of the preseason is just going to be who's losing their job and who's keeping a practice squad spot. So,
well, they actually said a lot of teams actually going to be playing a lot of their starters.
It makes sense.
Because they don't have a full preseason game.
Well, there's also this odd thing of you've got week 3 of the preseason, and then
you got 2 weeks off after the
there's a holiday the next week.
Yeah,
and then it's the first week of the season.
Then it's the first week, so a lot of people is really gearing up to play their starters at least a half. Some is even going into the third quarter with them.
Well, some of them will. I mean, Tampa Bay's not going to do none of that dumb shit. They don't need to. There's like established positions and like units and whatnot that are already moving well. Don't even risk the injury. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like Cleveland, there's no point in putting anybody out there.
Yeah. Some teams is going to be, some teams seen enough, know enough. Green Bay, they don't need to.
Well, New Orleans is still going to play with the quarterback scenario. I imagine that you'll see Taysom Hill come get some time with the ones to see if he does anything at all.
He does, yeah.
And
same thing with the Jags and teams like that. They got to do that because it's like this is the final dressing right here.
All right, so let's talk about the Jags real quick. If Trevor Lawrence continues to struggle in preseason week 3, what would you do? do you still start him or do you let Uncle Rico play until Trevor Lawrence gets his feet underneath of him?
Yeah. I mean,
I would. What do
if-
you got to lose?
yeah. I mean, at this point,
You're
what
not
do you
going
have
to win anything this year. It's
Yeah,
not going
yeah.
to happen. Even
Yeah.
even if they make a miraculous run somehow and sneak into the playoffs, they are not going anywhere that matters.
But yeah, they're not making it. They're so bad. Their whole roster is bad from top to. Their best defensive player is Mac. What's his name?
Is that Marlon Mack?
Is it Marlon Mack? Jared Jack.
Jared Jack, yeah.
Jared Jack is their top defensive player. Now he's okay for a linebacker. He's okay. He's not a Pro Bowl caliber linebacker. He's okay.
Well, so since you know that you're not going to win anything this year, what you do have is what everyone has universally praised for like the last 6 years of this kid's life as a once in a generation like quarterback prospect. So better hold on to that kid. So
Yeah.
I'd be like,
Yeah,
yo, Uncle Rico, go out there and throw that football over that mountain.
Yeah. Uncle Rico, go throw that football, get hit, take all them lumps. We don't want to really start banging up our main prize yet. We're gonna have to wait and draft nothing but a lot of offensive line because their offensive line is terrible. Like, I mean, it's so bad, man. It's
All right, so
every
nice.
play-
You got to think as a GM, right? We've got just in the especially recent football, a long list of examples of throwing a young quarterback onto in a bad situation and then breaking him.
Mhm.
Right? What we don't have is anybody ever in this era being like, "Nah, we ain't trying to break this quarterback. You're going to sit. We don't have the team for you yet." No one ever does that. I would.
Yeah.
I'd be like, whatever.
Because
Whatever.
they always say the quarterback needs experience. Let them go out there and witness the bad. So when the good come, it'll be easier. But this is not gonna be bad. This is gonna be horrible. Their offensive line can't block anyone.
I mean, and Uncle Rico showed it last year that he can go out there and kind of make things happen on his own.
Yeah. I mean, Uncle Rico makes it work, man. He makes it work, and you would have to really rely on that run game. Give it to Robinson, man. Let Robinson carry that ball 20, 25 times a game, and then let Rico do a little play action, run around.
You know, if I see Trevor Lawrence at quarterback and I'm a defensive quarterback, I'm stacking the box. This kid's got to beat me. I'm going to make him beat me.
I mean, and that's what everybody's gonna do.
If Uncle Rico was out there, listen, man, I know that people might not be a fan of Uncle Rico, but I am a fan of quarterbacks who can function in the NFL. And I watched that guy play last year and was just like,
that guy can play, man.
I'm like, he's on an absolutely terrible team and he's out there doing shit on his own. He can play.
Yeah, he can play, man. It's just, like I said, you know that we're not gonna see him because everybody wants to see Trevor.
Yeah, this is how GMs lose their jobs, though. You know, so this is literally how you lose your job as a GM. And this is why on bad teams, the GM turnover happens every 3 to 4 years. So, all right, so, yeah, we got week 3 coming up. Cut down in a week. So, yeah. Nice, we will be in touch. I don't know what happened, but I'll text you. We'll figure it out. I'm going to go do some other shit. But we will be live next week to talk about the final cuts and week 3 and the final rosters. Oh, there you are.
Yeah, man, it was a little technical.
No, I was just saying, so like next week we'll be able to talk about the final rosters and the roster cuts. And then we're going to have that weird off week. It's so weird. It's so weird.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what that's about. This weird thing.
No, but we will be talking because I'm not sure what the scenario with Meadowlands Stadium is going to be as far as like.
Oh, yes. Yeah, man, it's a little issue with MetLife, man. They want a lot of stipulations.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. Me and Carrie, I was like, okay, we got to figure it out, and I was telling Roger Harper, we got to figure it out before we like make a move to do that because all four of us are kind of the same. So I don't know if we're going to be able to make it in there.
Yeah, nah, we're not gonna make it in there unless unless we get the whole 9 yards. So
Yeah,
it's pretty.
we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I'll text you, homie.
Uh,
All right, good looking to everybody. I need to go get some food and hang out with the wolf because I went straight from the golf course to here.